Welcome. This is John Rowland. I'm the new Director of Alumni Services and Student Success at Luther Rice. Here to make a very brief presentation for you on how social media can be beneficial to your ministry. I have very practical applications. Hope this is beneficial to you. And let us begin. Social media defined activities that involve socializing and networking online through words, pictures, and video. It was simply invented, especially Facebook, by Mark Zuckerberg, to meet people. He was shy and he wanted to connect with people all over his campus. But the amazing thing is it can be used in incredible ways in ministry to reach people for Christ. It can be used to learn, share, listen, and it can be used to facilitate what your mission in your ministry is. Social media has a powerful benefit, 4 powerful benefits: communication, collaboration, community, and collective intelligence opportunities right there before you on the internet. Social technologies have been adopted at record speed. As you see, radio it took 38 years to reach 50 million users, and then you see TV, iPod. Interesting enough, it took 3 years for the internet to have 50 million users, but now Twitter, just 9 months. It is quite amazing how quickly Twitter and social media have grown. Friend summarized it very quickly what social media can be in terms of a donut. I'm eating a hashtag donut. Facebook is I like donuts, as you like different things on Facebook. You see Instagram, here's a vintage photo of my donut. LinkedIn, my skills include donut eating, and so forth. You may say, we do not need social media. Well, I would argue you are doing it at your own risk, because people everywhere, all around the world, are active in social media, and at this point, very well may be speaking about your ministry and about what is going on at your church. I would strongly encourage you to get engaged, to get online, to find out what is being said, and begin the discussion, begin the dialogue with those that are already talking about your ministry. Is social media just a fad? I would argue it is not. As you see on the screen, as unemployment hovers around 8%, job postings requiring social media skills have risen 87% over the last year, topping 13,000 one month. Fortune 500 companies, they are active in Twitter accounts. They're active on Facebook. Corporate America is racing to apply social skills. And analysts estimate that there is $1 trillion in value still waiting to be unlocked. I say all that to highlight the fact that Facebook and Twitter and social media as a whole is here to stay. There's a great book by Seth Godin named Tribes. It's not a faith-based book, but it clearly can address what we in ministry are focused upon, and that is building our consensus and building community within our tribe, within the people within the ministry. And this Seth Godin describes tribe as a group of people connected to one another, connected to a leader, and connected to an idea. And you can see the key word there is connected, and he talks about how to connect groups together. That being what we do in ministry, connecting people to Christ. Here's a picture of the book. It's a short book. Highly recommend you reaching out and finding one. Who are your followers? That's something that is very key in learning. As you post things to social media channels, you need to know who's watching. Here, this NASCAR driver, you can see, took a picture while he was driving in the Daytona 500 and took a picture of a crash. His followers thought that was interesting, and he gained 100,000 new followers in 2 hours. Who are your followers? Understanding who your followers are is at the heart of developing a great social media strategy and campaign. So then you can tailor your messages, tailor your information that you send out, all by knowing who it is that is listening to you. A free way to learn that is through SurveyMonkey. You can send one of those out, and it's a free service to those that are within your audience, those that are within your channels that are listening. Find out what they want to hear. What future post they want you to send. Social versus sociality. You can see that there is a cosmic change in communication in the understanding between organizations and the individuals. As Seth Godin's Tribe speaks about, now there's much more personal interaction, there's much more emotional interaction due to the connection of social media. Definition based on this chart speaks about to be part of an environment. This is what people are looking for, is where they can have an active, emphasis on active, role as either a follower or a leader, to where they can dynamically share goals and emotions with one another. Everything is turning to that sense of connectivity, and of course in ministry we want to connect people to the goal of Christ. We want to connect those, weep with those who weep, rejoice with those who rejoice, and as we build community amongst our people within our ministry. What do you want to post? This is just an idea, a good acronym to think. People, who do you want to reach as you post things? What do you want them to do? How do you want them to do it? And then how to implement it. What do you want to post? You can post upcoming activities, upcoming events, interesting articles that you see that would encourage and affirm those in your ministry. Don't post just to post like you're forced to do something. Have something to say. Post at least once a day on your channels that you use. If you're stumped, think about what you would say to a friend. And don't constantly try to sell your program. As in, look at us, look at us, look at us. You want to provide relevant information for them to do ministry. Be a service to them. I would pick 5 media channels and stick with them. Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, YouTube, LinkedIn, I think are 5 of the strongest that are out there. Some of the most popular, and if you focus on those, you can reach the most people. Twitter is an amazing tool. It is limiting in how many words you can say. It's 140 characters. And you can simply, and the amazing thing is it breaks down barriers between those that are the president, the CEO, the pastor, the leader, and the people that are following. It can be a constant interaction between people with questions and replies and retweets and so forth. It empowers also your employees, those within the ministry, to brag about the ministry, to say, hey, let me tell you about how God's working in my life through this ministry. And it can be continually interconnected back and forth between followers, between leaders, and it's a continual stream of information about the movement of God within your ministry. Flickr is a great place to bring your pictures and the volunteers and the members of your ministry to post on a central location the pictures they've taken, highlighting what's going on in the ministry. As the saying goes, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And so if you can find a central location, which Flickr is a great way to do that, post all the pictures that people have taken and can then show the picture of what's going on in your ministry. Facebook is a great tool to connect with those who are following your ministry. It's a great way to interconnect the other social media tools that you're using. You can post your blog, have your blog post, your Twitters can be connected to Facebook. Post your pictures from Flickr. You can also create subgroups. The small groups within your ministry can create their own small groups, put privacy tabs on there so just they can see what's being posted. Facebook is a tremendous tool to promote your ministry. Here, Facebook is, in a simple terminology, Facebook can engage an old friend. You can announce a cell group being held at McDonald's, and you can post something about Christ with unashamed. I think it's a great summary of what Facebook is. YouTube is an excellent way to, in a very concise manner, share the message of your ministry. In a 2 to 3 minute video, you can highlight what God is doing. People will much rather watch a 2 to 3 minute video than they would read some long letter highlighting activities. As they capture in the field of what people are saying and doing, they can truly understand and come to an awareness that God is moving in your ministry. Use YouTube. It's a great tool. LinkedIn is one of my favorites. It gives you an opportunity to create a living resume. The goal is not to try to find a new job, but the goal is to highlight your credentials, to allow others to write recommendations about, they may be saying nice things about you. You can ask them to write it down, and they can be attached to your resume. And it can be a subtle way, put it on your signature line, put it on your website to highlight your credentials in your field, in your ministry, without having to tell people. It can simply be there. It's also a great way to highlight the credentials of your employees by encouraging them to post their LinkedIn profile and have your followers write recommendations and have other coworkers write recommendations. There are also a good number of groups that can provide best practices, and you can learn a lot on LinkedIn. Google Alerts is a great way to have Google search the internet for you. You can set up a Google alert with certain phrases, say your ministry's name, to see if anyone else has mentioned it. Social media does the same thing. It searches across multiple channels, Twitter, Facebook, the internet, and sees who is talking about your ministry, so you can always know where the discussion lies about your ministry. Branding yourself. What do you want to be known for? What do you want your ministry to be known for? Begin thinking that. Begin, what content and information I'm sending out, what is that branding us? What are people thinking about when they think of our ministry? And use social media as that way to define your ministry. Having a well-defined online presence, whether it's through a blog or Twitter, allows you, the employer, to shout out to the world exactly what kind of people you're looking to hire. So those that are interviewing can begin to look at your site and say, okay, that's somewhere I want to work. They see your posts, they see the tweets, they see all the interaction between the supporters and followers. Then they can come to an understanding of what kind of place of business it is. The same with candidates. You can begin to learn far more about candidates, about what they post on their Twitter account, Facebook, and so forth, as you're learning them through the interview process. Social media is a great way to connect with alums. If you're an alum of a seminary or university, it's a great tool to connect with them, see the best practices that they are experiencing, learn from them of what the seminary, universities, what they are doing, and maybe there's a similarity between your ministry and what's going on at the seminary. It's also a great way to find jobs. You can network with other ministers, network with other people in your college that may be interested in your ministry. I would partner with a seminary, with a university that you have a connection with, because it becomes a great tool to further spread the message of your ministry. And also, if you are a university or if you are a seminary, it's a great way to showcase what your students, what your faculty are doing. Send tweets and updates constantly of what, say, an alum, bragging about an alum, bragging about a student, bragging about a professor, highlighting their work, highlighting what they're doing well. And as you begin to brand your university, your institution, others begin to see what you can be known for. And it's free, without having to hire a marketing company or without having to do commercials and TV and so forth. Everything we've talked about is about reaching people for Christ and using every tool that you can, using every method that it is available to communicate to people the gospel, the life-changing gospel of Christ. And social media is an incredible tool to do that. Hope this has been beneficial to you. I firmly believe social media is a tool that God has provided for ministries to communicate the mission and message of the gospel. And I encourage you to use it to its fullest. If I can be of assistance to you in any way, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your time.